Welcome to part 2 of this unfiltered conversation that I had with Shireen Nagdive. I'm your host, dost and study abroad expert Anubhav Jain. If you're watching this, chances are that you've already watched part 1 of the conversation that I had with Shireen, who did a master's at Stony Brook University in New York and is currently working at Salesforce in San Francisco. In the unlikely event that you missed the first part, here's a quick recap of everything that we covered.
Seniors ने हमको डे 1 पे बोल दिया था कि ये डिप्रेसिंग कैंपस है काफी, तो मेक श्योर यू मेक फ्रेंड्स एंड स्टे टुगेदर. दैट इज हाउ यू विल बी एबल टू गेट थ्रू दिस. इफ यू डोंट हैव जनरेशनल वेल्थ या फिर पेरेंट्स के पास नहीं है, तुम लोन पे डिपेंडेंट हो, तो आई वुड से go for public universities because the fees is much cheaper than private universities. Yeah, I think the finance was a big obstacle and I thought a lot on it. I thought a lot, talked to people, and then I made up my mind about backup plans. Yeah, it's about making friends and just being together with each other, talking to your parents all the time. So just be prepared that it's not what it's shown in the movies. It's struggle. It's a lot of struggle. It's a roller coaster ride, but yeah, in the end, it's worth it.
We'll talk about some of the points that you hit on. We'll talk about jobs on campus. We'll talk about off-campus jobs. We'll talk a little bit about the other activities that you could be involved in on campus. उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. Priyanshu Thakur has a question. He says कि he's afraid of racial discrimination and racial motivated crimes and police brutality. Every now and then you keep hearing of these things making the headlines, unfortunately. But अपने experience के लिहाज से आपको क्या कहना है इसके बारे में? What would you tell Priyanshu?
So from my experience, I have not experienced racial discrimination till now in the US. I experienced it once in British Airways, so I would not recommend British Airways. But apart from that, in the US, I don't think I experienced racial discrimination as such. Yeah. So there are a lot of Indians here, especially in California, in the Bay Area. So we have a place called Sunnyvale here. So, but we call it Suraj Nagar because there are so many Indians and there are so many Indian restaurants. So I don't think I experienced racial discrimination so far. Yeah.
शरीन, एक सेकंड, मेरा ट्रैवल एजेंट का फोन है. हाँ सर जी, सुनिए, वो ब्रिटिश एयरवेज की फ्लाइट है ना, उसको कैंसिल कर दीजिए, किसी और फ्लाइट में मुझे डाल दीजिए. ठीक है, चलिए. Thank you, Shireen. Appreciate the advice. So Shireen, moving on to talk about what you alluded to, a couple of minutes back, about part-time jobs on campus, then campus placement and everything. So there's a question from Ashwini, and Ashwini is asking us, by part-time jobs and scholarships, can we pay our tuition fees? So can we pay our tuition fees through part-time jobs and scholarships?
So I did not enroll in part-time jobs on my campus because I did not have time. But I would say part-time jobs pay like $15 an hour. And that is quite less, I would say, if you're relying on just that money. So, and part-time is 20 hours a week, I think. So if you do the numbers, I don't think it will be a lot. And scholarships, definitely, you can rely on scholarships. Like I mentioned, some colleges waive off your entire tuition fees also. So scholarships you can, but part-time, I think I would not rely on that. And not, so once you go to the US, you realize if you have the time and bandwidth to do a part-time job, if you can, it's great, but you should not rely on that, I think. Yeah.
Makes sense. Agreed. So I think with regard to scholarships, वो college के साथ check करना पड़ेगा. What kind of scholarships your college offers. Sometimes the scholarships for international students are different compared to the scholarships for local students as well. Some scholarships can be big, can be hefty. Some scholarships are much smaller. But if not cover your entire tuition fees, they can definitely waive off like a fraction of it, and sometimes a healthy fraction as well. और भी चीजें, मतलब लोग जो कर सकते हैं, जो मैं किया था, मैं एक resident advisor भी था कैंपस में जब मैं अंडरग्रेड कर रहा था, तो उसके वजह से मेरी हाउसिंग फीस वेव ऑफ हो गई थी. तो हाउसिंग एंड मील प्लान मेरा was provided by the university itself for being a resident advisor. So you can look for these nice jobs on campus. फिर similar question, Prasanna Vitham is asking you, I'm very much worried about part-time work, about accommodation, and about studies. So we can touch upon all three of these briefly. So number one, part-time work. Number two will be accommodation, and number three will be studies. So briefly, we can touch upon all three aspects.
So part-time, you can see in your campus what all jobs are available near you. So in my university, people used to be in the mailroom or work in, like you said, dining, housing, dining, and get some minimum wage there. Second was accommodation. So accommodation, I would say the Facebook groups are helpful to find people, or maybe community like Leap Scholar is helpful to find people who are in the same boat as you, who are looking for roommates, who are going to the same university. So just form a group with them. There are a lot of WhatsApp groups like this, and just people form groups there. And there are also events conducted, I think, for universities, for incoming students. So I remember USC had one in Mumbai, and even Stony Brook, we conducted an event that was just organized by students, and we met in Ghatkopar just to chat and meet like the computer science students, incoming students. Yeah, and for Stony Brook, we went for on-campus housing. So in Stony Brook, like I said, it's a rural area kind of, and it's people prefer living together in the on-campus housing, so that people can do assignments together, projects together, instead of staying separately. But in a lot of different states, students do stay individually and book their own accommodation. But in Stony Brook, so it works different for different places, I think. So the best way would be to reach out to an alumni and see what they did. Yeah. And what was the last point?
The last point is I'm very much worried about studies. Prasanna studies. Ab kya kare yaar? I mean, just study. You have to study. How can we help?
Correct. तो पढ़ने जा रहे हो तो पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा.
Exactly. You know, you said it very simply, but you couldn't have said it any better. देखिए, हम लोग part-time jobs के बारे में बात किए, Shireen. We talked about part-time jobs on campus. आपने mail room वाली job के बारे में बात की, which I'm guessing some of your friends back in college had. Ridhi Raval is asking, is it easy to find part-time jobs off campus?
Off campus. So I think in the US you can't work off campus. ऐसा कुछ तो rule है कि तुम नहीं कर सकते. You have to complete 1 year to do your CPT. So I think that's why a lot of students avoided doing that, and we did not try to work in McDonald's or Starbucks or things like that. But yeah, you can just confirm it once. I'm not sure. So,
मुझे भी वैसा ही कुछ याद है. And isn't it funny, Shireen, कि you know when I thought of part-time jobs off campus, मेरे भी mind में सबसे पहले McDonald's आया और number 2 Starbucks आया. Isn't that weird? You know, I think McDonald's, Starbucks is like the quintessence of the United States. That's why you know it's sprung to my mind, sprung to your mind also first.
Yeah, just to touch upon that, Canada में you can do that, but you can't do that in US, I think. इसीलिए किसी ने try नहीं किया, I think. Yeah.
Got it. देखिए Shireen, अब तक we've talked about jobs on campus, some jobs off campus, and but these are all part-time jobs. You know, छोटी मोटी jobs compared to the big jobs such as working at Salesforce, which Shireen is doing right now. I think if I remember correctly, at the start of the conversation, you had mentioned that it was very hard for you to go about looking for like solid jobs. You, I think, cried on a few occasions when you didn't quite get the job of your choice, the desired job. You would spend day and night just studying for whatever interviews and this and that, just so that you could be placed in a big company. Salesforce doesn't get bigger than that, right? You ended up landing a job with Salesforce. So walk us through how you went about securing a job at a behemoth like a Salesforce.
So I would say the key for my offer at Salesforce was my internship at Salesforce. I got an internship at Salesforce and I converted that to a full-time job. So that's why I recommend students to not be like, okay, internship, summer के बाद coding start करेंगे और फिर apply करेंगे. You know, that kind of an attitude. Because internships are really important. They are a very easy way to get into your dream companies. So internship for software engineering roles, you just have 1 or 2 interview rounds, coding and managerial, or just coding. So for Facebook, for example, it's just 1 round and that's it. So, and you go to your internship, you complete your 3 months, make sure that you do well in your project. You do really well. You do you put in more effort than you would in your normal job because you want to get an offer, right? So you go above expectations, and yeah, and you get an offer, and then you have a backup. You have a job at least, right? And then you can keep applying for more roles for full-time jobs. So for full-time jobs, you have like 5 to 6 interview rounds, and it's significantly difficult than an intern interview because intern is just for 3 months, right? So they don't have a lot of interview rounds, most of the companies. So being a non-immigrant, it's important, I think, to have a job as a backup, something you can go to, like, because you just have 90 days, I think, after your college is over to find a new job. Otherwise, you have to leave the country. So that's what I would recommend, is to start coding from your first semester itself, and just otherwise you'll be really stressed at the end of your college if you don't have a job, or if you have to settle for a job, right? Because you just got one in the end, and then you don't have time, or you're just depressed and you're just saturated with the process. So that's what I would say, like, start early, start interviewing. And so yeah, that's my advice.
Shireen, very interesting question, and I say interesting because maybe the answer for a bachelor student is different compared to what the answer would be for a master student. But Anika is asking, is it easy to build your extracurricular profile? Bachelors may, at least, I think what you're doing away from your classroom, so whatever extracurricular activities you might be participating in, I think is a big factor when it comes to determining what kind of job you end up getting, because you're looking for these all-rounders. You're looking for people who aren't just stellar when it comes to academics, but they also have good leadership abilities by virtue of whatever
Correct.
positions they might be having on campus in leadership organizations. So masters may, how does it work? Is a lot more weight given to your academic prowess, your co-curricular achievements, as opposed to your extracurricular achievements? And if extracurricular achievements are important, then how did you end up building a strong extracurricular profile?
So I would say, when you apply for a job, in your resume, it's not a lot of weightage, according to me, for extracurriculars, but you do have opportunities for mentorship on campus, or being a mentor, or being a part of an organization, being a part of a coding community. So there's something called as ICPC. It's a very reputed coding contest at national, international level, like that. So again, it's related to coding, but that is something which will immensely help your profile. I wouldn't call it extracurricular, I think then it's co-curricular. But apart from, I don't think I did a lot of extracurricular. I did not just have the time to do anything. Yeah.
Understood. So your academics, as well as whatever academic related projects that you might be pursuing on campus, I think those are probably the biggest factors. No?
Yes, it's all about how well you do in an interview, no matter which college you are from, it's about how you do in an interview, how well are you able to explain your projects, because that's what you're going to do in your job. So
लेकिन interview मिलता कैसे है? Is it through through your campus portal, through your college's application portal? Interview मिलता कैसे आपको?
So campus career fair is one option. जहाँ पे companies आती है, just like it happens in India. You go to the fair, booths होते हैं सारे companies के, and अब सबसे बात करो, take their form, or if they're conducting a test right there, you give a test, and they conduct the interview the next day or same day, like that. That is one option. But most of the companies do not come to campus. So it depends from college to college again. But most of the placement, I think, in US happens via referral and via LinkedIn, where you apply online. So you would call it, you apply, and you should not be dependent on the company to come to you and then you take an action. So I applied to, I think, a lot of companies, I think around 100, 150. I went crazy because I was like, 40 lakh ka loan hai job ke liye. So go crazy. I applied a lot. I interviewed a lot. Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah.
We talked about extracurricular profile. Likita is asking a question related to getting jobs, and she says, how long does it take to get a job after completing masters in the US?
Like I mentioned before कि on your F1 visa, if you're international student, तब 90 days होते हैं आपके पास to start a job. Yeah, but what I would recommend is don't wait for that time period. और मतलब end तक मत रुको कि अभी college हो गया, अभी job ढूंढना चालू करेंगे. Because when you apply, उसके बाद reply and callback आने में भी बहुत time लगता है. It's not immediate. There are thousands and thousands of applicants applying to the same role. There are 1,000 students emailing to the same recruiter. So just apply in advance and starting say like start applying and start interviewing, I would say. Don't wait till the end because it can get very stressful if you don't get it. Yeah. So I think it's 90 days. You have 90 days, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I believe so. I believe so. आपके पास 90 days है, and so 90 days since the time you finish your college. You have to find a job within that period. That's why I think the best thing to do is what you did. कि मतलब internship करो at the company of your choice, and then as soon as the internship is over, you in all probability, if you perform well, you can end up getting a full-time offer to come back to that company. So you already have that offer in the bag before you've graduated college.
Right. So I don't know if it's 90 days or 180 days. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can check that easily online, I think.
Brilliant. Shireen, बहुत difficult question है. मैं आपको अभी से warn कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है? Don't tell me that I didn't warn you. Ashley Anto is saying, which job is most wanted in USA?
Most wanted. And
I love the phrasing of the question, Ashley. Which job is most wanted in USA?
So depends. अगर तुम citizen हो तुम तो कुछ भी कर सकते हो. But अगर तुम non-immigrant हो और if you are on F1 visa, फिर तो the job, the course of study उसी related तुमको job करना पड़ेगा. You can't do any other job. Like you have to have your job related. But most wanted job in general, I don't know क्या है. मैं तो खुश हूँ मेरे job में.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is similar to what you said, except that I would phrase it slightly differently. मैं ये बोलूँगा कि instead of actually looking for jobs which are most wanted, look for jobs that you feel align with your very individual set of skills, strengths, and interests. So a job that might be most wanted by person A might not be most wanted by person B. So उस हिसाब से follow what you think you'll be good at, and something that you'll enjoy, as opposed to going after the most wanted jobs. And you said if you're a citizen, there are lots of other jobs that are available to you that might not be available for international students. अगर मैं citizen होता, then for me, मेरे नजरिए से, I think the most wanted job would be a job at Starbucks. फिर ये घटिया कॉफी नहीं पी रहा होता, Starbucks की कॉफी पी रहा होता रोज, फ्री में वो भी.
Starbucks से अच्छी कॉफीज लोकल कॉफी शॉप्स की होती है वैसे यहाँ पे.
Local coffee shops की. Next time I'm in the US, I'll take you up on your advice. I'll pay heed to your advice. Starbucks नहीं जाऊँगा. Boycott Starbucks. I'll go to the local coffee shops. So a few closing questions for you, Shireen. These are miscellaneous questions, so we can take them one by one. You don't necessarily have to be. You could be either snappy or chatty when answering these. Okay. So Tuba Sayed is asking you, how long is a student visa valid? I want to go to California after my 12th and I want to settle there.
So student visa is valid till the time of your education, plus I think it's 3 years after your education is complete. So you get 3 years to work. That is what happened with me. So how it works is, जब तक तुम्हारा college है तब तक it's definitely valid. But after that, there's something called as OPT, optional practical training. So which is for 3 years. It's for 1 year first, and then you extend it for 2 more years. So it becomes 3 years. So yeah, that is the time period. And after 12th, she can go to undergrad. She can go to pursue undergrad. And so in her 3 years when she's working, if she gets selected for H1B lottery, then she can continue working. If not, then she can maybe go for masters, again get a student visa, and yeah, that's the journey. Yeah, apart from that, I don't have any other tips, I think.
But एक और tip है, Tuba, in the H1B lottery, may the odds be in your favor. Okay. We're wishing you
Yes,
luck.
or else she can marry a citizen
I
or
think
someone with a
that's the
green
better
card.
option. That's the better option. That's the much better option. You know, the odds will definitely be in your favor then. Then
Yeah.
Tosh is asking, how do I select a specific domain for my masters if I don't have work experience?
So what you can do is you can take up some projects on your own, maybe work with a professor in any university and try to work on projects so that you have something to put on your profile. So if you don't have previous background in computer science or previous work experience, you have to do something on your own to tell your college in masters that, see, this is why I want to, this is what I've done and this is what I want to do further. That is one thing you can do, or you can also try Coursera courses on different subjects like data structures and algorithms, but I don't think that will help your application a lot. But if you want to figure out what you're interested in, you can take different courses and see what you like. And if you like a particular area, you can try projects in that, work in open source.
Soumya Chaudhary asking you, any options for non-technical background students who graduated from BSc Science? Any options for non-technical background students who graduated with a BSc in Science?
Is this for computer science or?
Let's just assume computer science.
Okay. So I'd say similar to what I answered before, you would have to take up maybe a online course. I don't know if they offer that, or take up courses, develop your interest. You would have to take efforts, I think, to understand what topics you're interested in. If for masters, in general, if you want to study computer science, just apply to colleges.
There you go. That answers your question, Soumya Chaudhary. Tushita Amos is asking a question जो हम लोग class 10 में बहुत पूछते थे, class 12 में बहुत पूछते थे, when we were clueless and oblivious and these naive kids. Tushita is asking, do 10th and 12th percentage matter if you want to study abroad?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. That race बंद करो 10th or 12th की. Yeah, I remember how crazy it is. 10th में 93, 94, 95, एक percent भी आगे पीछे हुआ तो it's still like considered such a big thing even. So बिल्कुल नहीं matter करता वो. MS applications में बिल्कुल नहीं करता. Yeah, but तुम्हारे undergrad में इंडिया में matter करेगा, I think. Yeah, 12th percentage.
Exactly. और bachelors के लिए maybe थोड़ा matter करता है. Not your class 12 results, because I think your class 12 results are out after you've already been accepted by the college you want to go to, or perhaps rejected by the college that you want to go to. But 10 के marks definitely भेजने पड़ते हैं. And also, I think Tushita, you should maybe it also might depend upon where you're going to study. So US, हम लोग US के नजरिए से answer दे रहे हैं, but maybe if you're studying in the UK, if you're studying in Australia, then maybe these things matter a lot more. So do your research depending upon which country that you might be aiming for.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Shireen, at the very start of the conversation, you had said something which I still have. मेरी memory इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, but this I remember surprisingly. You said कि जब मैं अपने mind में कुछ रखती हूँ, then somehow I just end up chasing it. I just like fulfilling it. ठीक है? And that instantly reminded me of something I came across on your LinkedIn profile. And आपके LinkedIn profile में you mentioned, chase down your dreams and don't be fearful. Let your faith be stronger than your fear. आपने ये कहा. This is very sound and practical advice. I think that applies to anything in life, But my final question to you is, how can this this beautiful quote sentence apply to students who know that they will be going abroad to study, and B, students who might currently be on the fence, मुझे मालूम नहीं जाओ कि नहीं जाओ, I'm fearful, I'm slightly afraid, क्या होने वाला है, this, that, and yeah, they haven't 100% decided if they should go or not. And I'm guessing ये latter category के लिए ये advice ज़्यादा मायने रखेगी. So how do you think this piece of advice can apply to these categories?
Okay, an easy answer would be just toss a coin, close your eyes, and then see what comes, and because you in your heart you know what you want. But yeah, jokes apart, I would say, uh, so what I meant by fearfulness is, so देखो इंडिया में इंजीनियरिंग में एटलीस्ट मैंने और काफी लोग कैसे पढ़ाई करते हैं, एक वीक पहले पढ़ते हैं या फिर 2 दिन पहले 3 दिन पहले जेरोक्स करते हैं नोट्स और फिर पढ़ते हैं, राइट? बट तो यूएस में वैसा नहीं होता है, आपको स्टार्ट से पढ़ना पड़ता है, एजुकेशन सिस्टम अलग है. दिस वाज अ बिग क्वेश्चन आई हैड इन माय माइंड कि हो पाएगा कि नहीं, क्योंकि कभी ढंग से पढ़ाई की नहीं है अंडरग्रेड में, तो यूएस जा रहे हैं मास्टर्स करने वो भी डिसेंट कॉलेज है तो कोर्स लोड अच्छा ही होगा, तो होगा या नहीं, दैट वाज द कांस्टेंट क्वेश्चन आई हैड इन माय माइंड. तो डर बोल सकते हैं उसको कि डर लग रहा है, कभी किया नहीं है, कर पाएंगे या नहीं. तो माय एडवाइस वुड बी जस्ट गो फॉर इट. डर हमेशा रहेगा, यू हैव टू फेस योर फियर्स, और वर्स्ट केस प्लान करो जैसे मैंने किया. नहीं होगा तो क्या, राइट? नहीं होगा तो क्या, वापस आ जाएंगे. बट yeah, that's not the most I think realistic thing, but yeah, just go for it. And the second question, yeah, the ones who are on the fence. So I think this is a question which the student should ask themselves कि ये रियली मुझे करना है कि नहीं. मॉम बोल रही है, पापा बोल रहे हैं, दोस्त बोल रहे हैं, वो सब ठीक है, बट तुम खुद से पूछो कि मुझे ये करना है या नहीं, और मुझे क्यों करना है. तो I think you will be able to answer कि तुमको ये क्यों करना है. The reasons can be different for everyone. मुझे और पढ़ना है, मुझे एक्सपीरियंस करना है, मुझे ज्यादा सैलरी चाहिए वहाँ पे, या मुझे 2 साल एक्सपीरियंस करके वापस आना है. It can be any reason, but that is a question you have to ask yourself कि ये मुझे क्यों करना है. और yeah, so I think it answer हो जाएगा.
Shireen, you said, face your fears. You mentioned and you said, let your faith be stronger than your fear. I would not be surprised, if Mountain Dew starts sponsoring this unfiltered conversations, because dar ke aage jeet hai. And if they get a sponsor, if Leap Scholar ends up getting a sponsor, then dekho hum log ke liye bonus banta hai for both you as well as for me.
Yes, Leap Scholar, hope you're listening.
Hope you're listening. But Shireen, absolutely love the chat. Maza aa gaya. Thank you so much for candidly spilling the beans. You did justice to your name by being so sweet and pleasant, and you also did justice to the name of this show, to Unfiltered Conversations, because you were 100% radically honest and unfiltered in answering all the questions that I had for you, and more importantly, all the questions that our loyal followers, our loyal subscribers sent in. How can people find you? I know you're very active on your Instagram. How can people find you across which social media platforms are you present and most active?
Yes, so I'm most active on my Instagram. My handle is Shireen Nagdive. And yeah, I'll be developing my website soon, in late November. So I'll be having a proper email address so people can reach out. But yeah, that's about it. So I treat Instagram as a hobby. I'm not super active into it because I have a full-time job and it's super demanding. But yeah, Instagram would be the best place to reach out, or yeah, comment on my posts.
I'll definitely do that. And despite the fact that her full-time job is so demanding, Shireen was still so kind and so nice to take time out of a busy schedule during the week itself and have this very comprehensive and extensive chat with us. So Shireen, excuse me, I cannot thank you enough. And to all the people who are watching right now, make sure that once you follow Shireen on her Instagram, follow the Leap Scholar pages as well. So it's Leap Scholar on YouTube, Leap Scholar on Instagram. There are lots of other Leap Scholar pages as well, like IELTS preparation by Leap Scholar and whatnot. So make sure that you're following those on YouTube as well as on Instagram. But Shireen, as I said, absolute pleasure. Thanks again. I'm pretty sure everyone who's going to be watching will benefit tremendously from this, and hopefully the first of many more conversations that we have in the future.
Thank you so much, Anubhav, for conducting this conversation. I think you're a great host, and thank you, Leap Scholar, for giving me this opportunity. I think you guys are doing a great job. I didn't know about Leap Scholar when I was doing my applications. I don't know if the company was founded then or not, but yeah, I wish I knew, so I would have got to know about more colleges who give scholarships. But now there is Leap Scholar. I think students should make use of this platform. They also provide a lot of information for free on their Instagram, and stories. So definitely should check them out.
Shireen, you hit two birds with one stone. मुझे भी अपने लिए एक testimonial मिल गया और लीप स्कॉलर को भी उनके लिए एक testimonial मिल गया. क्या बात है. Lovely.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Shireen.
Before I leave you, मेरी तरफ से एक humble request. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. We'll be eternally grateful to you. That's the spirit. Cheers.